Hello and welcome to PoorElliottWave.com video series for December 18th, Wednesday afternoon, Los Angeles time. This is going to be covering the Forex markets. Let's get it started with our disclaimer. This site and services are for educational purposes only, including this video. Investing in securities, Forex, and futures markets carries a high degree of risk and you can lose all your investment money. All opinions expressed and data provided herein are subject to change without notice. The services offered by us may not be suitable for our investors. This material is not intended to provide and should not be construed as providing individual financial, investment, tax, legal, or accounting advice. You should consult your professional advisors prior to acting on the basis of the information herein. For further information, please contact ProElliottWave.com. Let's look at the calendar because we had a very busy morning with the with some of the housing report that came out first, followed by the FOMC meeting, which the statement came out, and Bernanke's last statement, and he started the tapering. So the markets reacted tremendously. Dow was up 292 points. Um, S&P was up tremendously as well. Nasdaq as well. So and it was negative when the news came out, or it turned negative and then went up, shot tremendously. So, as I've been saying in the past video series, as if you've been paying attention, is that the news makes the markets very volatile. At the same time, as I will show you in some of these charts, what it does is also, if you follow the Elliott wave, it just does it a lot faster than before. It will go to the same marks that you should be watching, and if it passes the certain points, your accounts may be validated or invalidated. But at the same time, it does it very quickly. Instead of taking perhaps maybe half a day or 2 days, it might do it in 3 minutes. So the best is to be aware of the counts and follow through. Tomorrow we're going to have unemployment claims, existing home sales, Philly Fed manufacturing index, monetary policy for the Japanese yen, and Bank of Japan press conference. Also going into Friday morning, we're also going to have the final GDP for the quarter. And let's dive into the action with the markets. This video series, I'm going to mainly concentrate on the hourly to maybe at the most 4 hourly charts, and I might even go into the 5 minute charts because take a look at if you're looking for weekly or daily, take a look at our previous videos because nothing major has changed. If it has, I will mention it during this video. Otherwise, I'd like to concentrate on some of the intraday action because it was quite interesting with all the movements with the announcements. So, taking a look at the euro yen, looking at the 4 hour, we were in the midst of, we had completed the fourth wave this week with the completion or the support line of the 618 of this move up, and it went exactly to the T of that mark. So let me actually show you if I get a 4 versus 3. Uh, it's not coming up. Oh, I might have hidden that one. Um, but anyways, it was very clear action, and we also had support at the 140.91 level, and it worked out perfectly. I thought for a while we might be going into a place where this was A and then to B and then to C, and it still might do that. We've just barely penetrated through this top, and that could be also a B level. We won't know until some of these levels are broken down, or we penetrate this clearly to the top and there's momentum to the top side. So you got to be careful at this level, and as you can see, there's a lot of buying and selling action, and we might continue this for a while during in this sort of a triangular format before we move up or down, and we'll see what happens. But today's action, let's look at when the news came out. This is where we were when the news came out. We dropped down and then jumped out tremendously. But off of the Elliott wave, I knew that once we didn't penetrate this, we had a 1-2 to another 1-2, and I caught this wave up to about here, and I sold just to make sure I'm catching some of the profits that I gained today. But this is a clear indication of how to use Elliott wave. You have some wave counts. You got to make sure that you're aware of them. And once something is validated or invalidated, you know which direction you're moving. So in this situation, I wanted to follow the trend. I was actually before looking to short off of these levels, but there was so much momentum going up that it seemed you don't want to stand in front of a falling knife. So let's look at the euro. Same sort of situation with the euro. Although we went tremendously to the bearish side, we did our B wave. I think completed here on an A, B, C, and hopefully somewhere around here we'll have our A to B to final C, completing your final A and then going up. Again, when the news came out, we had tremendous move up, and then the market dropped very violently. And if you see this action, there was all of this just completed in a matter of few. I mean, this is less than a couple hours. So even if you break it down to the 5 minutes, you see what I'm talking about. This is where the news came out. It was tapering, then boom, boom, boom. This sort of action happened where we completed the B and then we completed another ABC to another B here, and just the market fell right through. Looking at the pound, I'm sorry, to the dollar yen, we actually penetrated through a key level, and this pattern actually validated itself. I had a 1, 2, 3, 4 coming to an end to a 5 here, somewhere around here. We'll see how this action plays out. If you look at the hourly, this is an ending diagonal pattern to the end of this 3. So this fifth wave of the 3 is working in a diagonal pattern off of this 4. So you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and as an ending diagonal, you have an A, B, C, and the C being. Let's see how this ends up. But let's look at some of these levels off of the 5th level. See, ABC level, I have it. We already went through the 1618, so possibly somewhere around the 2618 might be a good point where this might turn around. So let's move on to the Swissy. The Swissy also reacted with the dollar index. As if you catch my markets, U.S. markets video, and you see what happened during this news time. We're working off of the 2, and we did a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did our 1 here, came down to 2. This all happened within a couple hours of each other, and then booms, we went straight up. And as you see, the dollar index, all the charts have this pattern today because of the news that came out. But it again, you know, as you see, this level was not penetrated, the 88.8832.8, and this would have been a possible good place to get along if you could follow the action. It was moving very fast at that time, and we zoomed right through. Looking at the pound, similar sort of situations. Let's look at the hourly. This is the action that we saw in the pound. And these are all effects of the dollar index and what's happening as the dollar is getting stronger against these crosses. So we did a 1, 2, 3, 4, and our 5th wave got completed here, I believe, and that's the end of this 5th wave. So we'll see how this plays out. This is our 1 of 5. So coming down, we'll see what the retracement level should be for this. So 2 versus 1, you see that it's close to the 50% mark right now, but it could go down as far as the 618 or perhaps the 718, which is close to this one. So it might make it that this whole thing was a 3, and we'll see how that works out. Um, we'll have another video for you by the end of this week, either Friday or Sunday. And there are still more news coming up. It is the end of the year. This is perhaps the last trading of the week, of the year for a lot of people. So be careful of the action, and good luck trading. If you have any questions, do send me an email and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Also, be aware that we do go over a lot of these counts and alternative counts in our trading room. Do join us, so we have better discussions regarding this Elliott wave theories and possible ways of trading it. Hope to see you there, and in the next couple of weeks, we'll be still bringing you analysis. We'll be off the week of first or second week of January, and I'll let you know as we get closer to that. Other than that, if you have any questions, do get in touch with me. Thank you so much, and have a great time. Bye bye.